Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and my wife was out burning our tree limbs and some cardboard, and she does that every once in a while. And I thought, boy, I want to get a picture of the fire, so I hurried as fast as I could, but it all burned too fast, and so as you can see, it wasn't much of a fire. It was when she was starting it, and while she was firing it up and stuff. Anyway, there she is back over there by the house. That's my sweetheart, and so I missed the fun of watching her burn the cardboard and the tree limbs. But since I'm up in the air, I thought, well, I know there's some construction going on down the block from where we live. So I thought I'd go down there and see how they're coming with that. And there, look, see, I can walk and chew gum at the same time as I go across the lot there. And I will also try my best to tell you a story. I'm 80 years old, and if you haven't been following my channel, I've been telling stories from my life that I thought were interesting. And so this is another one. And I have been going in order, but this one's a little bit out of order. I just remembered it the other day, and I thought, boy, I got to get that one recorded before I forget it again. So we could title this story The Strong Man, and we'll let it go at that. When I was in junior high, I've always never been into sports or anything, and because I was a short little guy. And when I was in junior high, my first day or two, I walked by the gymnasium during lunch, and the guys were in there on the chin-up bars. And so I hadn't seen that before, and so I went and I watched them and so forth. And then when they were finally out of the way, I thought, well, I'll try it. Well, I could do a whole lot more chin-ups than they could because I was so skinny and light. So as it turned out, then I got interested in gymnastic type stuff, and I did all kinds of exercises all the rest of my life. Push-ups, I made a chin-up sit-up in my house, and curls, and all the kinds of stuff that you should do to stay in good shape. So that's how it all started. Now, when I was, I must have been 41, 42 years old, and I lived in Pasco, and I had this part-time job at an insurance company in Kennewick, and I had a Harley, and so I was riding from home to the insurance company, and I was going along what's called Canal Drive. It was a 2-lane road then. And as I'm going along, there's this van parked on the side of the road, and it's down in the gutter on the side of the road, the ditch. And there's 2 or 3 guys, I can't remember, I think there was 3 guys, and they're trying to figure out what to do because they've got the front 2 tires are on, and the rear right tire was down in the ditch. But the left rear tire was the brake drum was sitting in the gravel, and there's no way they could figure out how to get a jack under it to get the wheel on. So I stopped and asked them what was going on, and they had some problems the night before. The car broke down. It was a van. It was an old Econoline van. Here's a picture of an Econoline van, so you know what we're talking about. And they had some kind of problem, so they just parked along the road. When they came back in the morning, somebody had stole all their tires, and so it was just sitting on the axles. So they found some wheels, and they were able to put the front 2 wheels on, and they were able to put the right rear wheel on. But in the process of jacking it up and so forth, it kept sliding more and more into the ditch on the side of the road, and now they couldn't get a jack underneath that left rear end of the car. Anyway, so I pulled over, and that's the story they gave me. And so I said, well, I looked around, and I could see now an Econoline, the driver's side door, the right side door too, it starts at the very front corner of the vehicle and goes. It's a long door. It goes clear back to the area behind the driver's seat. And I had ridden in one of those, and so I knew a little bit about how big that door was. And so I told them, I think I can help you. And they said, oh, yeah? Because here I'm a little guy, you know. And so I said, yeah. I said, you guys get some lug nuts ready, and I'll lift up the car. I'll lift it up so that the rear wheel comes off the ground, and then you put the wheel on real quick like, and put the nuts on, and then I'll set it back down again. And they laughed and like, you know, who are you anyway? But I could see just by looking at how that door was that the car was already halfway tipped over because it was down in the ditch. and they didn't believe me. And I said, well, get ready because I can't hold it forever. So anyway, so they agreed they'd go ahead and hold it while I lifted up the car. And they were snickering and laughing. So anyway, I took that door and I opened up all the way. And I can't remember the stance that I took, but I got both hands underneath the very end of the door, so I had the most leverage you could get. And I, on 3 or whatever, I don't remember the details. Anyway, so I lifted it up, and I got it. It was hard. It wasn't easy, but I got it up high enough so that they could slip a wheel onto the lugs and get a couple of nuts on before I wore out and let it down. So they put the wheel on, they screwed a couple of nuts on to keep the wheel in place, and then I let it back down again. Well, then they were able to put the rest of the lug nuts on and tighten it all up and drive it home. And they I know they thought I was crazy, but if you think about it, that door had a lot of leverage. The car was already half tipped over, and all I had to do was push it towards, a little more over, and so I was able to help those guys, and got their Ford Econoline van out of the ditch and on the way home. So anyway, then I got on my Harley and rode on over to the insurance office and got on the phone and started calling people about their insurance and. And that's the story of the strong man. But anyway, so I hope you enjoy watching this video because it was pretty boring when you think about it. But that's a true story. I was able to pick up a car so they could put the wheel on. And I couldn't do it today. And my wife gets mad at me when I even try to do something hard. She doesn't like to have to doctor my back and stuff. So I love her too much to Well, anyways, that's the end of the story. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. As I come into land, I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.